Alright, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're playing some more Final Fantasy XVI. I want to go ahead and apologize for the lack of activity here the last couple of days. I've been kind of under the weather with allergies and, you know, this and that, just not feeling too well the last couple of days. But I think I'm finally springing back. Feeling a lot better, and we're going to get some more Final Fantasy XVI going here. Especially other videos that I've already started recording, so that we can have some more diversity here on the channel. I know I've been like kind of gung-ho playing Final Fantasy 16 straight, and I know a lot of you viewers who are on the channel like seeing a little bit of everything else, especially the roguelites that I used to post on my channel all the time. I just definitely want to get back into posting those as well. My main reason for trying to get through Final Fantasy 16 is because of the fact that we're coming up on Baldur's Gate 3 is another game I intend to put a lot of time into as well. I'm not sure if I'll be recording that one as extensively as I've been doing Final Fantasy 16. And then, of course, Starfield coming up. A lot of stuff happening, a lot of games coming out here in the summer. That being said, I have actually dealt with a whole bunch of games that have come out in the last couple of weeks that I've been addicted to, namely Diablo 4. Finally hit level 100 on my druid not too long ago. I'm just waiting for Season 1 to start up there. I might actually do some content in that, just seeing how much I've been playing the game. That being said, let's get into Final Fantasy 16. In our last episode, we finally took down Hugo Kuka, took off his hands, and before we could give it the finishing blow, we managed to actually absorb his power, so now we have the power of Titan, which is awesome, by the way. I retooled some of my abilities, we'll see about that here in a little bit, and then he got whisked away from somebody from Wayloot. A hooded man. I thought for some reason it could have been Bahamut, but Bahamut, Sandbreck, not Wayloot. So we are going to go ahead and see if we can make sense of it by speaking with Mid over here. I don't actually recall Mid, but it seems to be that Clive does, so maybe we'll get some more information about Mid as we speak to her. So that being said, if you like the content, you want to see more Final Fantasy 16, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And let's get into it. As always, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering, told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me, that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. It's sick at see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Well, alright then, it seems as though we are getting an engineer. Maybe we'll actually be able to start crafting something. I don't know.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Looks like we're going to head over there, see if we can get any help from our local vendors. We can get there from over here, from what I can remember.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, we can. Finally, we got some new choices for vending, too. I feel like I've had the sword for quite a while. It really hadn't been all that long, I guess, but feels like I've had it for a while. It's not very flashy looking compared to the other swords we've been getting. Plus, we got an Earth Shard from Titan.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
For sure. before we do anything like that, it said also that Charon and Blackthorn's got some new stuff to
What
craft.
do you need? What's
So we
that
put
for
the
India?
yes, we can. We need the Levin Bolt and the Earth Shard. Oh, so we're actually upgrading. We're gonna combine the Levin Bolt with the Earth Shard. What is the damage of the sword we have now? Yeah, so it's a minor upgrade at best.
No scratches.
But I
right?
mean, it probably looks cool. That is definitely something we can craft right there. The Hunter's Waistcloth. Go ahead and
Last
do
you a
that.
good while.
And it doesn't look like. Let's see what happens if we go ahead and
Don't
craft
waste my
these.
time. You
Oh.
ain't got the stuff.
Insufficient crafting materials. Oh, Earth and Fury. Okay, we don't have whatever that is. Okay, well that's 100% fine.
You can thank me later.
Okay. And then, yeah. No, that's basically it, since you can't upgrade the other swords. Ooh, Grindstone looks pretty dope. It kind of looks like one of the like the ship we're on, the Hideaway. The edge is kind of broken off, but it still looks pretty cool. Speak with Charon, see what she has to say.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Let's see what else Karen
Just
has
leaves the
for us.
carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Well, don't just stand there, go.
Well, we're not gonna just stand here. Let me look at your wares. Hunter's waistcloth. We're already wearing that. Hunter's arm cloth. We can actually go ahead and buy that.
You'll not find a better price than
No,
that.
we're not gonna wear it though. We got the Channeler's Whisper. I gotta remember that we have that. Combat tassels, cobalt tassels. Sorry. And we're full up on our potions. We haven't bought any elixirs. I might buy some of those later down the road whenever I feel like we're gonna be taking on like harder hunts or something like that. And yeah, let's go see if we can speak to Barnoff. Looks like he's down here by the ferryman. It'd be kind of cool if you could get like a boat and sail to these other islands here in the Deadlands. Hidden dungeons and whatnot.
Do with a good oiling, this could.
Here's Bardoff.
Should be enough to keep us going. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Oh, looks like we're off back to Martha's Rest. That should easily be done. Just venture on over to Martha's. Hello. Make sure we plopping ourselves right down in the middle of the map. Alright, where are we? Oh. I feel like we're dropped off a little bit different place right here in front of Martha's Rest. I mean, it's the same place, just off skew just a little bit. Hello, Martha.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Cressida? I'm not sure if I'm entirely familiar with that destination. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, we've been in that direction before. There's a broken bridge there. I'm assuming maybe he's fixing that bridge? That should be easy enough to get to. I remember venturing out there whenever we were heading to Eastpool the first time, and I was just out exploring and I happened to find a bridge that was,
Ambrosio, help me here.
more or less just kind of like smashed in a little bit. But once we get out of Martha's Rest, we should be able to get up on top of Ambrosia and right into the broken bridge and get our carpenter. I assume that he's probably in trouble. That's usually par for the case, par for the course. Man, words are hard sometimes.
Come on.
I'm gonna chalk that one up to just getting better. Oh, so anyways, while we're running over there, I do want to talk about a little bit about the icons that I have equipped. I swapped off. I no longer have Ramu equipped, mostly because I'm not really a fan of Blind Justice, the circle special button that lets me target several foes at one time and release lightning bolts. It's cool for sure, but it's just, I kept on accidentally doing it when I really wanted to dash. Instead, I actually opted to take the Titan icon, mostly because the Titan icon actually gives us Rook's Gambit, which is the Garuda counter, but I can use it all the time and it helps build spirit or limit break fairly quickly.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Oh. The whole town's decimated.
That
That's
there
why it's
is
on the map.
Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Alright. So I'm going to take care of these fiends and then we'll have ourselves our carpenter. But before we get into the combat, just showing off a little bit of what I have. So I've actually swapped to my fire mode. I have Will-o'-the-Wisps and Will-o'-the-Wipes and Lightning Rod on this one, so I can do that combo whenever I want. We also still have our phase shift. Then for Titan, that's my middle icon, I have my counters. So Titanic Block is literally Rook's Gambit. So it lets you do melee attacks and then counter attack and builds limit gauge. It's pretty awesome. Heat Wave is our spellcasting counter, so I figured to have both counters on their own set as well. And then Raging Fist is just an amazing skill that lets you pummel the crap out of enemies in front of you. And then I've decided to get Garuda instead of Ramu, because Garuda, I like being able to pull enemies down to the ground for a brief moment whenever they hit that 50% stance or stagger. Gouge and Wicked Wheel are just there until we find something better. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and just start with this one just because we have it. So let's go ahead and just take care of everything.
This shouldn't take long.
See, I love the way that looks. Oh, shit. There's Torgal. Okay, so also I learned something fairly new myself. I'm gonna tell you all about that while here. I didn't know that Torgal was capable of more actions. Did you guys? I didn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that outright. Come on, bird. I'm trying to take you down here. So apparently, if you finish off like a 3-hit combo, yeah, see right there? If you hit off a 3-hit combo or something that starts with the flame blade or whatever, you can actually hit Torgal's command and it'll actually glow orange and do like a bigger attack. I was entirely unaware that this was even a thing, but that's pretty cool. Let's see if any one of these guys will hit me with a... There we go.
Get him.
So if I do this flame attack, and then Torgal, he glows orange, and that is awesome. I really like that. Oh, and now we got a big guy over there. Let's focus on him. What is that? Oh, it's a wyvern. Oh, shit. He had a lot of distance on us. Oh, shit. Okay, I need to get better at this. I'm trying to do the block just so we can show you this. But it's not working the way I want it to.
Nice try.
There we go. There. See, and that's how it works right there. That's how it's supposed to work anyways. We'll do this one, and then we got this buddy in here. $17,000 damage right away.
Nice try. Too slow.
We got her. Oh, we managed to parry that all right.
Titan.
Man, that was a block by us for sure. 7,170 there. Yeah, I'm really liking the skills all together, especially that Titan block counter. It's pretty good. I think I made a good choice with having the Titanic block. I just gotta get the timing down.
That should do it.
Also, something else I learned, I was trying to say before, I think I failed on it, is that the flame sword actually makes it the parry window easier. Sorry, I was focusing on the fight. I may have said that already. If I did,
can rest in peace
my bad.
once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
Well, all right then. So it looks like
you take care of Mid's little list.
We have our carpenter. I wonder if we can actually find anything over here in his old city or his own town, village. Looks like we got a sparkly over there, and we can go inside that house. See a coffer. Oh, can we go inside that? We can go inside this house as well. Let's see. We can also journey off that way. What would be all the way there? Nothing inside this house. What's the map say? Map says this is just a dead end. But what's in said dead end? It seems more arena shaped than anything. Well, this definitely seems like an area where you'd come to fight something eventually. But I guess not. Not now, at least. Huh. We'll definitely have to remember this area. So, let's head back to the hideaway. Now that we have a carpenter, we'll see what we can complete Mid's request.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
I forgot we got a new sword. I was just staring at it for a second. I was like, where did that come from? Oh, yeah. It's our 11 bolt and the Gaia shard we got from Titan, Hugo. That was a really good fight. I can't get over how amazing it looked when you cut off his hands.
All right, Clive, you've all done then.
I am. I've placed your various orders and a carpenter by the name of Bernard.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
I'm hoping that we get some more like plans that we can get with crafting supplies from her, and that we can turn into Blackthorn for gear. Ooh, we even got ourselves a reduces wind up cooldown time by 3 seconds for Breath of the Earth. Wind up. Which one is wind up? I'm assuming that's the Garuda ultimate.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
So there's a new side quest. I'm really not going to concern myself. Oh, there's a couple of side quests. We've got one in the infirmary where Jill's at. Let's go see. Let's go check in on Jill first. She's still recouping from our stint at Rosaria.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves.
Tomes.
Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Oh yeah, there was the lingering question of where the hell Torgal's powers came from.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Alright, well then I guess we're on the task to get more leaves.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Well, we have that quest. We'll go and pick up the other one as we head over to Tomes. I'd rather hear more about Torgal's backstory. The dog that we hadn't... I mean, we didn't have Torgal for 13 years. I'm sure there's a lot of shit that he went through. And interesting enough to find out, you know, what happened to Torgal.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
Well, why is she hadn't gone with them,
all
or
killed?
gone after them?
Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
And off to Tomes to see if we got any information.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over aether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Oh, that's so
the
dope.
Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
That's crazy. Are we not doing that?
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Oh, do we actually get access to our workshop now as well? I'm hoping we actually get to interact it with on some level. Well, it has been some time later. It's usually the correct amount of time to be working in a workshop.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
He looks like a combination of like Ashley from Resident Evil 4 and Riku. That's like my thoughts every time I see her. Or and maybe a little bit of
Now that that's settled,
Fred from Scooby Doo.
Vivian's made any progress
or
tracking down
Ascot.
Kupka.
Alright, well, can she do anything for me?
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Okay, well, speak with Vivian. So, but you can't do anything for me right now?
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me.
I
Only right, I
guess.
do you one in return.
What's in here? Anything? No, nothing. Okay. Well, we'll head upstairs. I'm hoping this workshop will do us some good soonish.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of it.
Alright. Hello, Vivian.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Well, it's kind of a bummer, right? Oh, we're gonna sit there and stare at her. Got it.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Well, that would be kind of odd. Who could we expect as a guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure.
Hey, it's Uncle!
In hindsight.
Uncle Byron!
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
Oh. Hey, it's the Crystal Dominion. Twin Side, Holy Empire of Sanbreck. Seat of the Imperial Court. I was thinking maybe we got some Joshua.
Dalmatian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Why are they kissing the kid's ass?
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
What's with the deal with the flower? He had a flower last time, too.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
I wish someone would smack the smug look off her face.
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true.
What a snake in its
You
ear.
disappoint me, Dion.
Although, let's be honest, Bahamut betraying them would be the nicest thing that could happen to them. I like his little dragoon toy. That's pretty neat.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
Well,
only one way to find out.
Absolutely. We need to go speak to Uncle Byron and see what's going on there. With that being said, I feel like that's a pretty good stopping place. There was a lot of story events that unfolded in this episode. That being said, if you like the content and you want to see more Final Fantasy XVI, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. As always, I hope everyone has a terrific rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Later.